Finally, Mary Jane Veloso is back home after almost a decade and a half on death row in Indonesia. She is now in the Women's Correctional in Mandaluyong, where she was directly brought to after arriving last night. So everyone's question now is, what's next for Mary Jane? Let's find out from one of her legal counsels, Attorney Edre Olalia. Attorney Olalia joins us now via Zoom. Good evening, Attorney. What can you tell us?
Good evening. Okay.
Yes. What can you tell us, no, yung backstory? Because dito kami sa newsroom, we just got word na willing na sila ilipat si Mary Jane. Like, it caught us all by surprise after so long, so many failed attempts, so many back and forths. How did it finally happen?
Well, siguro yung medyo fairly recent na lang, no? Because it's been a long journey since 2010, culminating for a time in 2015 when she was given a temporary reprieve from execution by firing squad. No? About a month ago, November 13, I vividly remember there was this statement from the Indonesian ministry that they are considering a transfer of prisoner of foreign nationals convicted in Indonesia. And then a week after, the president also confirmed that negotiations or discussions are being held to that effect. No? After which, on December 6, on a Friday, this agreement was formalized by an agreement between the Justice Department and the Ministry of Indonesia. And we were supposed to travel to Jakarta last Sunday, but at the last minute, we were advised not to proceed because Mary Jane was scheduled to travel from Jogja to Jakarta, which is a good 8 hours away by land or 1 hour by plane. So there was no use for us to proceed. And we could not rebook or reroute our plane ticket. So we decided to just stay behind and wait for her until it culminated this morning when she landed on Philippine soil after almost 15 years of being in jail on death row.
Ako, very heartwarming nga yung yung smiles niya, the reunion with the family. But could you give us more details about the legal status of Mary Jane Veloso? She is convicted in Indonesia, but what does the Philippine justice system do with her, knowing that she has no case here in the Philippines and that she is not convicted here? Nakausap niyo po ba yung DOJ tungkol dyan?
Yeah, nakausap naman, and then may mga public statements naman sila. No? I just came from a talk show, and then there was the official of DOJ, which validated what we know all along. For clarity, there are two separate cases. One in Indonesia and one here in the Philippines.
There is.
The one in Indonesia is about drug trafficking. It's a violation of Indonesian law that was committed in Indonesia, and she was convicted by an Indonesian court in 2015. That is already final. So she is, as far as Indonesia is concerned, a convict who was sentenced rather to execution by firing squad. Now, isa naman, ito yung RTC Regional Trial Court sa Nueva Ecija. Siya naman dito ang complainant. Kasi doon sa Indonesia, siya yung accused. Dito sa RTC Nueva Ecija, siya yung complainant against yung illegal recruiters niya. Ang kaso naman dito ay qualified human trafficking, tatlo estafa at saka simple illegal recruitment. Dito naman sa RTC Nueva Ecija, siya na lang ang nalalabi na witness namin kasi siya ang complainant before the judge will ultimately decide one way or the other on whether the accused are guilty or not. So, yun ang separate. Ngayon, bakit siya nandito? Kasi nga, nagkaroon ng transfer of prisoner ang tinatawag. Ang jurisdiction doon sa drug trafficking, nasa Indonesia rin. Pero inilipat ang physical custody sa atin. At ang sabi ng Indonesia, okay, tapos na kami dyan, pero inilipat namin kasi nagkasundo tayo. Kayo na bahala dyan kung ibibigyan nyo ng clemency, we will respect that. Then, it's all up to you. It's your responsibility. So, it is a political diplomatic arrangement, no? Even if Philippine laws will govern her as far as her status in the Philippines is concerned, but not as far as the Indonesian case is concerned.
Okay. Sorry, Pauline, I'll just insert this since it continues with this line of questioning and this line of thought. So yung walang kaso against her kumbaga dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? We're carrying out the imprisonment from Indonesia. Ang tanong ng marami, no, Attorney Olalia, kung wala naman siyang kaso dito, katulad nung nagyari dun sa mga Australiano, no, yung mga ibang members ng Valley 9 na pinakawalan na rin sa Australia, pwede ba natin gawin dito yon or meron bang something na hindi pwede sa batas natin? I understand, meron ding special instruction. Kumbaga iba yung instruction na binigay dun sa Australiano, iba rin yung instruction na binigay sa atin for Mary Jane. But also, we've heard the BJMP say, tignan nila yung good conduct and time allowance. We've heard, of course, yung clemency nga. Which scenario is more likely to pan out for Mary Jane?
Sige, ganito. Yung sa Australia, hindi naman tayo privy doon. And that's between Indonesia and Australia. So whatever agreement they concluded, it's between them. No?
Okay.
I heard about the Bali 9. In fact, two of those Bali 9 were executed in 2015.
Correct.
Which was the same time that Mary Jane would have been executed. No? So yung remaining 5 na yan napalaya. As far as the Philippines and Indonesia agreement is concerned, yun nga, very clear, no? Kahit doon sa agreement, sabi nga ng DOJ, papasa na namin ang responsibility sa inyo. Tapos na yung kaso sa amin. Kaya na kayo yan. It can range from rehabilitation, remission, or clemency. And we will respect that. Ngayon, what is down the road? How will it unfold? No? Ano yan? Kasi ang position naman namin is absolute pardon. Ang absolute pardon po is one type of clemency. Ang clemency po is the general term, generic. So it can range from amnesty, pardon, either conditional or absolute, commutation, rescission, or reprieve. Alam mo yung 2015, yung temporary reprieve, that is a form of clemency by Indonesia. Kasi di ba suspend yung execution?
Yes.
Pero dito, dahil wala tayong death penalty, syempre out of the question yon. So ano mangyayari? Dahil walang death penalty, excuse me, ang susunod na ay yung tawag na life imprisonment or reclusion perpetua. Ngayon, ang pinupush natin, ang kinaklamor natin, ano naman siya on humanitarian grounds, sa batayang makatao, and there are abundant reasons bakit siya mabigyan ng clemency, or clemency, no? Ay absolute prerogative yan ng Chief Executive ng Pilipinas, yung Presidente.
Okay.
So, it will eclipse, no, so to speak, yung sentence niya sa Indonesia kasi nga naipasa na yung responsibility ng Indonesia sa Philippine Executive Branch.
Okay, per attorney, how confident are you or optimistic na mag-grant nga itong clemency? I think yung Palace actually released a statement na medyo premature pa yan as of now. And alam naman natin, hindi yan pwedeng mangyari agad-agad, lalo na exchange nga lang ng prisoners. Right now, is there a way to tell when is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Do you have any reason to believe na mas magiging sympathetic ang administrasyon ni President Marcos?
Well, there's no crystal ball, no, so to speak, when it's going to happen, no, so to speak. But we are quite confident, and this confidence is grounded on several factors, no. Well, I have not met a Filipino, friend or foe, who has two brains about it. No, that no, yun ang bigyan ng clemency. If there are, then they are very rare, no. So nandun nanggagaling yung confidence kasi ang basis naman ng clemency is not legal. It's humanitarian. Single mother, mahirap, muntik na maghahasa sa Dubai, napilitan na pumunta sa Malaysia, yung pala nalalansi, naisahan siya, napagsamantalahan, muntik nang patayin by firing squad noong 2015, nakulong na almost 15 years, lumaki na yung mga bata, hindi niya nakita, yung mga bata walang magulang, mismo yung presidente tsaka foreign affairs, and you know that for a fact, characterized Mary Jane as a victim of circumstance. There are resolutions in Congress, there are campaigns online and offline. So there is this abundance of reasons that would support our confidence. And even without confidence, I think objectively, nananalig naman tayo. Kasi siyempre kaya nga siya nabigyan ng pansamantalang pagpapaliban, hindi naman because of a stroke of a pen by a single person. Kasi nawawala po sa narrative yun. It is accumulation of pressure, of campaigns, of petitions, of negotiations, di ba? Hindi naman biglang ganun na lang yan di ba? So, kaya tuloy-tuloy pa rin panawagan natin.
Attorney, one of the things that the family voiced out is concern over the illegal recruiters of Mary Jane, that they could be in the same prison. Ano po yung status? Kasi sabi ng DOJ, they will make sure na hindi sila magkasama sa isang area. Nasaan po ba yung illegal recruiters? Nasa correctional institute din po ba?
Yes, we confirmed this morning that she is staying in the maximum facility in the same compound. But there are separate buildings. She's Mary Jane staying in what they call the rehabilitation or something, diagnostic. No? It's a place of new persons deprived of liberty. We got the pledge, the word of the head of the Bucor, General Katapang, and the GOJ Undersecretary, as well as the Assistant Secretary Clavano. And even the President himself said so, that they will ensure the safety of Mary Jane Veloso. So, the fear, which is valid by the family, that she might be in harm's way, is somehow assuaged, But you know what? More on top, not more, but on top of the physical risk, di ba imagine nyo, sa salita nga ni Mary Jane kanina, alam nyo, sinira niya yung buhay ko Nakulong ako ng 5 taon. Tapos nandito rin pala ako sa isang facility na nandyan siya. The mental anguish, psychological torment is unquantifiable. So we will take up the word of our authorities that they will do everything na hindi mangyari, that they will be in the same place at the same time.
But you will not request for transfer?
We asked Mary Jane, she's fine with staying because you know what, anytime pwede pumihit kasi meron tinatawag na 60-day period, May 5 days quarantine, 55 days to 2 months yan. In between those period, anything can happen in terms of the grant of clemency, and I hope it happens soon. It's not an option for us for now to ask for transfer. I think it is in fact the initiative of the Bucor and the DOJ for them to transfer Cristina. Kasi si Cristina yung convict, yung Sergio, yung recruiter. Si Mary Jane, hindi naman na-convict dito, di ba? Sa Indonesia siya na-convict. So, in that sense, hindi naman necessary at this point na mag-request na mag-transfer siya.